Everyone. Hello. Today we're going to start something new. It's going to be a series where we're just going to deep dive and explore all the abilities of the cards of each of the Axie types. And today, me and my friends, all the managers here at SAP, are going to talk about specifically the plant build or the plant type Axie.
All right. Hi, everyone. Today, we're going to create a video about, we're going to explore each axis one by one. So, titignan natin yung, i-highlight natin yung mga properties ng mga axes, tsaka kung ano, saan sila magaling, ano yung mga things that you will see in-game. And I'm here with the whole team, Maxi, Daxi, sino pa ba? Rexy, Arxie, and Vixie. So, yay! Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Yan. So, ngayon, ang gagawin natin, yung format is, titingnan natin yung properties ng plant. So, ngayon, plant lang yung i-explore natin. And you can see the plant. This is a plant in front of you. Plant ko yan. So, titingnan natin yung mga properties niya. So, what does this all mean? So, plant is the most important axie that you have. Really, lahat ng team na binibigay din namin to scholars and everyone else, laging may plant kasi siya yung tank. Kapag wala kang plant, walang protection yung axie mo. So, ang pinaka-important niya na role is to really protect you and defend you. That's why siya yung pinaka-highest health. You can see that here, it's 61. Yan yung highest health na ma-achieve in game. And that is if the plant has all 6 parts. Tama ba, guys?
Yep.
Yes.
All 6 parts na plant, pag ganyan yung combination, you will get the highest health in the game. Tapos, ang disadvantage lang though is because it's not focused on attacking, it's more of defending. Hindi naman siya mga attack. Hindi ganun kalalakas yung tinan mo. Even if you look at the attack here, it's not really high. It's also not fast. So, siya naman yung slowest in the game, which is 31. And then skill and morale. So ito, I'm not too sure what this means actually. Comments on this one?
Yung moral, I think it's more of for yung critical rate. So yung chance na mag-crit. So the higher the moral, the higher the chance din.
Ah, okay. So hindi masyadong mataas yung morale niya. Parang ano, is this the lowest or this is just like
Average ata
average?
for,
Okay.
yeah.
So average lang yung morale niya. So hindi rin siya masyadong mag-create when you attack. Though sometimes pwedeng mag-crit, though hindi masyadong effective. if it's a 30 crit, it's really not gonna, it's a baby damage. So that's kind of what a plant is. So now that we've gone through yung mga parts ng plant, ang gagawin natin ngayon, we're gonna explore the abilities of a plant. So let's go here now into Card Explorer. And
I think
go ahead.
mag-singit. I think hindi
Sure.
masyadong important yung moral sa plant. Especially if yung build mo for the plant, ang main purpose niya is as a tank, which means more on defense yung role niya more than offense. So if yung moral is more on high chances of critical attacks, I don't think ganun siya ka-important for a plant. Kaya mababa yung moral ng plant compared sa health.
Agreed. That's
Yun
why
lang.
yung plant talaga, ang gusto mo, syempre high health. Kasi defense talaga siya. Parang make it last as long as you can in-game. Kasi the more na protect na buhay yung plant mo, that means yung mga attackers mo are protected. And mas confident kang mag-place ng cards on your attackers. Kasi walang potential na mamamatay siya. Di ba minsan in-game, pag exposed na yung isang axie mo, medyo takot ka na maglagay ng cards. But when your plant is there, you're confident na pwede mong pang-attack. So yeah, that's the plant. Any questions on the plant, guys? Before we move on to the skills. O gusto nyo
Wala
yung skills ko? Wala na. Okay, punta na tayo sa skills. Okay, let's go. So, nandito tayo ngayon sa site na Axie World Cards Explorer. So maganda siyang site to look at all the abilities of each plant, or sorry, each Axie. Thus you can just, filter via the class as well as the part type. We'll go through all the parts and that's pretty much it. I don't think we'll use the other bits. So ngayon, ito yung tail. So sa isang Axie pala, I'll just go through. So that's tail, back, mouth, horn. Alam niyo ba which is which here? Tail. Ito I guess yung tail, no? Tama ba?
Yup,
I
yung
guess
gas
ito yung mouth.
unleash. Yan yung map.
Yung gas unleash yung tail kasi if you look at the tail para siyang may
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oo nga, no. Plus this is the back. And this is the mouth, I suppose, and this is the horn. Yes. So actually, they correspond to each of like what your Axie looks like. So you can kind of determine the ability of if your Axies actually of your opponents based on what they look like. Of course, kung memorize mo. Pero so this is the mouth, the tail, the back, and the horn. Yan. Medyo magkamukha sila. So ngayon, magsa-start tayo sa tail. So, isa-isahin natin to. Let's start with the carrot. Ito, favorite to ni Maxi.
Yes.
So, let's see here. Ang attack niya 70. It's decent. Sometimes I get killed by this. Alam mo yung attack yung damager nila, tapos konti na yung buhay mo, papatayin ka ng carrot. That happens often. Then, maliit lang yung, niya, yung kanyang shield. Pero kasi, bakit maliit lang yung shield niya? Kasi may purpose siya. It says here, gain 1 energy if this Axie shield break. Can only trigger once per round. So, pag nagde-defend ka, and then, na-break yung shield mo in-game, magigain ka ng energy. So, essentially, you get the energy back you used for this one. So, that's good.
Yes, I especially like this one kasi meron siyang attack, although very small, 70. If you look at the rest of the tail cards, nasa top 2 na siya. So meron 90, 70. Also, I really like talaga yung gain energy for this one. Kaya ako siya laging pinaprioritize. Since yung plant, siya yung nasa harap, it takes most of the damage early game. So you're more likely than not na makakuha ng free energy using this card.
Yes, that's a good card. The next card we're going to look at is Cattail. So it says here, draw a card if struck by a beast, bug, or mech card. So medyo, it's almost like a free card kasi 0 energy siya. Oh. So maganda siya if may mga cards ka na kailangan ng combo, and you have this, you don't have to spend another card. Plus, ito ang yung maganda sa kanya. Usually kasi, beast are very effective against plant. So, madalas, malaking chance na beast yung a-attack sa plant mo. So, you'll get to draw a card for free if you have this. And maganda rin siya, kunwari may mga Axies na nasa last stand. So, kapag meron ka nito, pwede mong gamitin pangpatay sa kanila kasi it's also spending 0 energy. Any comments on that? Meron na bang nakatry na nitong Cattail sa inyo? Wala.
Yes.
Ako meron ko nito eh.
Yeah, I really like this one as well. Kasi 0 energy siya. So wala siyang cost. And then you can just play it whenever it shows up. Tapos, if your team is hindi masyado magastos sa energy, let's say for example, marami kang gain energy na cards. Very useful siya para hindi ka mauubusan na ability cards to play.
Kasi one thing pala sa Axie, every turn you, aside from the first round, but every turn you only get 3 new cards. So this is on top of that. You get to draw an additional cards dun sa 3 na ibibigay sa'yo every round. So that's really good. You get more chances and choices of getting cards. The next one is Leak. So, anong ginagawa nito? 60 damage and 80 shield. Pretty good shield, if you ask me. It says here, when hit, disable the attacker's range cards next round. So, this is super useful if you're attacking a range, mga bird, ganyan. Pagka bird, kunwari natira na lang bird and plant, kunwari yung kalaban mo nag-backdoor and backdoored all your damaging cards and natira na lang the bird and the plant. So super useful yan kapag siya na lang yung natira versus the bird kasi wala na siya magagawa. Pero against plants, wala masyadong range cards ang plants eh. So, yeah, that's it. Any more comments on this one? I've never tried this, but it's been done on me a couple of times. So,
Yeah.
quite annoying.
I think it's very useful against birds.
Against birds, yes. And then, this one is my favorite. Okay, this one I have it. Gash Unleash. And I think a lot of us have it here in ASP. So it says here, it's not very high in terms of damage as well as shield. But the ability says here, apply poison each time this card is used to attack or defend. So even defending, every time my Axie gets hit and I've equipped this Gash Unleash, or your Axie has this, that's 1 poison. So kunwari, 3 beses kang inattack nung Axie, 3 poison agad siya. So yung pinaka the best scenario is kapag yung furthest Axie yung umattack sa plant mo from round 1 or round 2, from round 1, nababawasan na siya ng life. And each poison is -2 on the life every turn. At turn ba? Turn ba tawag doon? Ano yung tawag sa bawat tira?
Action.
Every action.
Oh, every action.
Oh. I thought it was 3. Hindi ba 3 HP per turn, per action?
2 per poison.
Okay.
Per stack.
Ano? Ano ulit? Ano yung question?
2 HP per ano yan? Per turn. Per poison.
Per poison, oo. Pero it can compound. So kunwari, in-attack ako twice or 3 times nung beast, magiging 3 poison siya. So every turn or every action, -6. Ganun siya.
Yeah. So nag-stack.
Oo. Tapos, on top of that, so in-attack ka na, on top of that, attack pa siya ng poison. So for sure na magkaka-poison yung plant niya or whoever's in front of you when you equip this. So that's really useful if you have it. Minsan kahit nasa yung plant ko naka-last stand, nag-equip pa ako nito para lang may ma-poison. And that's good. Any other good things about this? Go ahead.
Yeah, meron akong i-add yung poison, hindi siya maalis until ginamitan siya ng, let's say, cleanse or
debuff.
Ability to remove the debuff. Otherwise, magstay siya dun sa Axie na afflicted until the end of the game.
Yes. Yes.
Something to add din, yung poison normally, yan yung unang titirahin mo kasi all succeeding na turns mo would already have the poison damage. So the moment na tamaan mo siya as a first turn, kung may 2 ka pang card na titirahin, mag-a-apply na yung poison agad dun. So usually, ito yung unang titirahin mo among the set of cards.
That's good, useful. I don't do that, but that's so useful. Thanks, Daxie. Oo nga, no? Kasi poison na siya sa iba mong tira. Oh.
Yeah, kasi yung ibang debuffs, nag-start yung affliction or yung effect nila the following round. Pero itong poison, mag-start na siya the moment you apply it on the Axie.
That's true. Current round agad siya. Unlike this one, next round pa. Well, it says here, next round. All right, let's move on. Potato leaf or Aqua Deflect. This one I don't like too much, but anyway, let's read it. So you have 70 damage, which is almost the same as Carrot Hammer. Quite significant shield, 80. And let's look at the ability. Cannot be targeted by aquatic cards if this Axie has teammates remaining. So what happens? It deflects the attack on the plant. You don't want that. I don't know what your opinion is on this, but I probably would not use this if I had this because then it will attack your damager, which is kind of not the point of the plant.
I think
Comments?
usually ginagamit to kapag you have the plant reptile beast combo kasi you want to split the damage among your Axies. So para tumagal yung Axies individually.
Pero
so for example,
the plant you want to not have the plant absorb the damage?
Yes, kasi
Minsan,
may mga plant builds na may heal eh. So, gusto nila i-heal. Yeah, so
Pwede.
dun sa gameplay,
Hmm.
in terms of speed, laging nasa dulo yung mga plant. Pabagal kasi yung mga plant. Kung gusto natin na magstay siya alive for this round para makapag-heal siya at the end, pagkatapos tumiran lahat ng ibang Axie, gusto mo i-deflect yung attack. Otherwise, lahat ng tira ma-absorb niya na. Hindi na siya makaka-heal at the end of the
Oo
round.
nga. Oh, that's so useful. Oo nga, no. Hindi ko naisip yun ah. Good job, Axie. Great. And Axie. Hindi ko nakita kasi, minsan kasi hindi ko nakita yung yung point, pero that's right. There are certain gameplays na this will be useful if you want your
Kasi
plant to
the
survive.
moment mag-survive yung plant mo ng one hit, pwede mo kasing tipirin yung dalawang energy mo for the next round. So you could skip a round para i-sacrifice mo na yung plant mo for that round. Then you'll have more energy sa next round. So usually dito pumapasok yung use nung pag-deflect.
So parang pa-survivein mo siya para makagain ka ng energy. Para sa ating mga energy poor.
Yep.
Okay. That's good. That's pretty useful. If you have so this is only for aquatic enemies, ha? Just so you know. Other enemies, wala rin siyang point. But still good, significant shield though, 80. The next one is a really good one. And I think a lot of annoying enemies have these. It's the Spicy Surprise. So it's 90, pretty good damage. It's actually quite significant. Especially if your Axie is the plant is effective against your Axie. Then 50 shield. But here the ability says disable target's mouth cards next round. So this is super annoying because actually it's super useful because a lot of if you notice yung mga plants, lagi silang may vegetal bite. Probably like 90% of the plants that I encounter laging may vegetal bite. So this one, kapag ginamit dun sa plant mo, hindi pa nag-vegetal bite yung plant. The next round, disabled na siya. Which is quite annoying. So it's pretty good. Any comments on this? Have you guys encountered this in game? No, yes.
Yeah, usually gameplay-wise, let's say yung beast mo is may Luna Absorb. So you usually want to use this the previous round para ma-disable yung steal so that pwede mong magamit yung Luna Absorb mo on that round. So that sa next round, alam mong hindi mananakaw. So pwede mong tipirin tapos ma-combo sa next round.
Pwede. Oo nga kasi alam mong may makukuha ka ng energy. That's so good.
Nakakatawa na lahat ng tao is using this card para ma-disable yung vegetal bite.
Oo. Actually, yun lang yung pinaka-use niya.
Visit kasi yung vegetal bite.
It's very useful. I think kahit anong Axie type, as long as you disable a certain set of abilities, okay na siya. It's really hard. Kasi maraming ibang Axie na rely sa combo nila. So if you're disabling a set of
exactly. Yeah, I'm definitely that type of player who relies on combos. So pag may na-disable lang na card, wala na. Parang kang crippled. You have cards, you have energy, but you can't use them.
Yep.
All right. So these are all the tail cards of the plant. Let's move on to the next.
Something to add pala. Kasi kung yung dark soup ng bird, actually mouth card yun eh. So sa mga plant na may combo na backdoor, may isang skill kasi yung plant mamaya na makikita nyo may backdoor. Kino-combo to with Spicy Surprise para maiwasan yung pag-backdoor sa Axies mo. Kasi dark soup ng bird is a mouth card.
Oo nga, mamaya makikita natin. Merong backdoor din ng plant. Actually, sobrang useful ng backdoor na plant if you combine it with like Gash and Leash or itong mouth card. Kasi imagine, mapopoison mo na yung farthest Axie from round 1. If you have it. That's good. Okay, let's move on to the next part, which is the back. Let's start with this one. Turnip Rocket. So 60 damage, 80 shield, pretty good. Target a bird if comboed with 2 more cards. Wow, talagang hit talaga ng plant ang bird.
Ito na yun, no? Ito na yung sinasabi nyo na backdoor. Tama ba?
Dalawa actually yung backdoor ng plant. Isa to, yes.
May isa
But this is specific to bird, yeah.
Annoying to. Lalo na pag may bird ka. target a bird. So hahanapin niya talaga yung bird and then attack the bird. And napaka-effective pa man din ng plant sa bird.
Yes, dun sa chart, effective yung plant against bird and ano yung isang type? Sorry.
Aqua.
Bird aqua.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's so annoying. The next one. Oh, this is really. Go ahead.
So when you say comboed, so you just have to use this with 2 other cards.
Yeah,
of the same Axie, right?
Same Axie, yes.
Okay.
So kunwari, this one and then these 2. Ideally, if you need combos and you have 0 cards, that's also useful.
Yeah. So for example, yung previous cards na nakita natin, yung Cattail slap, 0 energy siya. So if you get 2 of those and then 1 Turnip Rocket, magagamit mo na tong ability niya. Kasi makukombo mo na siya with 2 other cards.
Yes. Useful. Very useful against birds. Pero very specific. Kasi otherwise, in-game, if you don't encounter birds, it's kind of just gonna be a normal type of 60-80. Still quite useful in the field though.
Pero 80 is not bad for
a
shield.
Pretty good. Next one is, that's why you'll actually kind of see where Axies are effective against. Kasi they have specific cards that are against like aquas, and kanina meron tayong Aqua Deflect, diba? Now it's this specific now to birds. So may mag-gauge mo rin kung kanina siya effective. The next one is really annoying. Well, pag nakalaban mo siya, and you know, I always get into the Blood Moon Curse. And if the plant is left and meron siyang pang-heal, ang hirap niyang talunin. Kasi meron siyang 40 na shield, tapos it heals the Axie for 120 HP. So that's really useful for people who like plants that are healing. And it's really annoying. So for example, sometimes na-attack mo na yung plant nila. That's the next round they heal. You have to do your attacks all over again. So, any opinions on this? Does anyone have anything that heals like this? Maraming mga heal ang plant eh. Isa lang to sa one of the heals.
No, wala ako. Although it's really annoying na kalaban mo siya sa game.
Oo.
Kasi 120 HP is roughly equivalent to 1 attack.
Yeah.
So, essentially, inubos niya na yung isa mong energy. If yung mga Axie mo are low on damage, mga 2 energy pa yung spend mo just to kill the plant.
Yeah.
Kasi 120 HP.
Exactly. That's kind of me. So kunari ako, yung karamihan ng attacks ko on my Axie, my Axies are really weak. Mga 80 lang. So definitely 2 energies agad yan. Yung worth nitong isang pag-heal niya. Nakakapikon. But yeah, that's one thing to note though, for people who have heal cards, if you think the Axie will die, don't equip this anymore kasi if your Axie is in the last stand, heals will not apply at all. I've seen some Axies na ganun yung nangyayari, namamatay sila sa pag-heal pa nila. So, maganda kunwari, gusto mo mag-heal, lagyan mo rin ng malaking shield or timplahin mo rin kung hindi siya a-attack or not kasi pag last stand na, hindi na mag-heal yung Axie mo. Yon. The next one is Cleanse Scent. Ano to? Remove all the buffs from this is really good. Pag na-poison ka. So, ganito lang. Mga abilities lang makakatanggal sa'yo sa poison. And it's 0 card. So 0 energy. So, sobrang useful niya. Libre siya na 50 shield. That's good. I like that. Although wala siyang use attack. At least yung Cattail may 20. Pero at least may nagawa naman siya in case may mga debuffs. And useful siya feeling ko pag na-stun yung plant. Tapos matatanggal mo yung stun para mag-effect yung shield. Though hindi ko to masyado nakikita. O hindi ko lang napapansin kasi hindi ako na-attack eh.
Usually, actually, ginagamit to for mongrel birds. Kasi diba meron sila nung Aroma. So, they usually use this to remove those debuffs.
Okay. So meron sila nito na extra para hindi sila ma-aroma. Magagamit nila yung egg nila without side effect.
Kasi alam ko sa bird may dalawang skill na, yung isa yata parang bababa yung damage nila. Tapos yung isa naman is sila yung susugurin. So usually, para magamit nila yung mga combos na yun, ina-add nila to as a mongrel skill.
Yeah, plus at 0 cost, may 50 HP ka. So imagine combo mo
50
yan
shield.
with 2 others.
Oo.
100 agad siya.
Oo. Pag nagko-combo pala ng card, no, nag-add yung shield. So you won't get, for example, if you say 40, 50, when you combine it together, you're gonna get probably 100. So, di ba? I just don't know the computation. Napansin nyo ba yon? Na yung shield dumadami?
Yes, more than expected mo,
More
diba?
than expected, di ba? So, if you equip these both, it's not gonna be just 90. It's probably gonna be 100.
Yung ano pala, additional is applicable. Yung sinasabi nyo additional is if a plant card uses a plant card, there's a 10% additional damage and shield.
So yun
So, applicable din siya for defense.
So, if mongrel, hindi yan wala
Wala siyang additional, yes.
Okay, so something to think about.
Also, comment ko lang dun sa mongrel na bird. As a bird user myself, I don't think okay siya. Kasi in the first place, 4 lang yung cards na pwede mong gamitin for backdooring. Ang problema mo, yung darks, siguro sa bird, na to, no? Discussion. Anyway, pwede nga siyang gamitin sa bird, pero I would personally not.
Oo.
Kasi gusto mo mag-concentrate on damage. Gusto mo, once you try to backdoor, patay na agad. Hindi yung may mabubuhay pa na ilang, like 1 or 5 HP. It's really annoying.
Agree. I think yung iba lang na hindi na afford bumili nung pure, they opt for this one.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Grabe si Axie, hindi na afford mo.
Hindi, pero kasi nakikita ko to pag naglalaro ako eh. Ginagamit nila, so.
Oo nga. Pero may use naman din siya. At least hindi maa-aroma yung bird mo, no? Yun kaya minsan yung nakakainis na parang magdadalawang isip ka. Papapatay mo na ba yung bird mo just to kill that one other Axie. Okay, moving on. Let's move to the next one. Aqua Stock. So what does that say? 45. So may a little bit of damage. Massive shield din. Gain 1 energy if this Axie is struck by... Oh, that's really good. Have you guys seen this? Kasi wala akong Aqua eh. Have you seen this being benefiting your opponent?
Yeah, ang problema pa dito, every time it is struck, so for example, 3 cards yung inattack mo sa kanya.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So oh my God, sobrang ganda pala nito. What? Oo nga, no? Yan na is struck. Oh my God. So kung 3, 4, 4 energy agad siya.
Yeah. Imagine if meron kang tank na umaasa sa combo to crit. So, perfect siya.
Sobrang ganda nito
Pero this is similar dun sa previous card na ni-review natin, yung Cattail. Doon naman, every time na titirahin ka ng beast, bug or mech, meron kang additional card. So pag 3 times kang tinira ng beast to complete the combo, meron kang additional 3 cards.
Oo.
Dito naman, pag inattack ka ng Aqua,
3 times.
makakakuha ka ng card. So ang pinakaswerte is yung kalaban mo, Aqua and Beast, ang dami mong free cards and energy.
Ang ganda. Ang ganda nito Hindi ko lang masyado siya napansin kasi wala akong Aqua. Pero wow. That's good. Every time you're struck. Tapos may good shield pa siya, 80. Like, this type of shield can help you survive. So that's good.
Agree.
And let's see. Moving on. Refresh. Anong nakalagay dito? So it's kind of similar to Cleanse Scent. Remove all debuff from a teammate if it's directly in front or the same row of this Axie. Oh, interesting. But would you have... So this is good pag yung plant mo is at the back? Because there's usually no Axies in front of a plant.
Yeah.
Actually, lately may mga builds na plant yung pinakalikod, tapos focus nila is magnakaw ng energy.
At saka mag-heal.
Oo. Oo. Kasi may
Nakita
isang
ko
card
na yan.
mamaya, heal in front, oo.
Oo. Okay. So, oo nga, may potential. May
So
potential
what
yun.
happens kung walang nasa harap? Maki-cleanse ba niya yung sarili niya? Hindi. So for example, walang nasa harap na teammate.
Parang wala.
Wala. Tapos kailangan same row to So kapag kunyari nasa taas lang, hindi na siya applicable agad.
Okay.
Anong same row?
So, di ba meron tayong row 1, row 2, row 3?
Yung positioning ng Axie.
Yung...
Axie sa baba, tapos nasa mid.
Teka lang. Let's go to positioning. I wanna visually see it. So, kunwari, let's go to my plant build.
Sige.
So ano nun?
So, di ba sa first row, may
Ah.
dalawa. Sa second row, may tatlo. Tapos sa third row, may dalawa. So, dapat nasa same row sila for it to work.
So, so ganyan?
So, hindi. Pag, ayan, ganyan. So, dapat nasa likod yung plant, nasa harap yung reptile. So, directly in front, ganyan.
Ito lang, ganyan.
Oo. Either that, or pwede mo rin silang ibaba dun sa third row or sa first row. But
Or
they have to be
ganito,
on the same line.
On the same, ganyan. So, hindi pwede yung ganito. Naisip ko kasi pwede sana ganyan eh. Hindi.
Hindi.
No. Para ma-maximize mo yung card na yun, kailangan mo ilagay yung plant mo sa pwesto ng beast mo now.
Okay. Ganyan.
Tapos ilalagay mo in front yung dalawa para mamatay man yung directly in front, meron pang isang in front.
Ganyan. So that card will debuff this beast. Parang ganon. Tama ba? Remove all debuffs from teammate if it's, yeah.
So parang support plant talaga yung build.
Hindi siya hindi siya tank na pangharap.
Pag bumalik tayo dun sa position, may question ako.
Go.
So kapag pinatay yung, kunwari, somehow, actually yung fastest dyan yung beast. So kapag binakdoor yung beast,
same to. Walang mababackdoor dito, yung reptile.
So kunwari nalagyan ng stench yung reptile, tapos iniskipan siya, pero napatay yung beast. I-heal ba nung card na yun yung reptile? Kahit hindi siya directly in front pa ba siya, technically?
Hindi ko pa siya natatry in that aspect.
Pag namatay to, parang hindi. I don't know.
Pwedeng patingin nung card ulit.
Remove all debuffs from a teammate if it's directly in front. Same row of
Same
this.
row.
Directly,
so pwede, same row.
I don't know.
Pero same row lang naman. Hindi ko pa siya natatry actually, pero feeling ko pwede. Kasi otherwise, sobrang walang siyang kwenta.
I don't know. No,
we'll
no
see.
comment.
No comment. Hindi ko rin nagamit pa to. So, well, it's still useful. I think even if you don't have that build for example, you don't want your plant at the back and you don't have that build, it's still pretty good with the 0 energy and 50 shield. That's like, you can just always use it when it comes out. So, it's not bad. 0 energy. And the last one, ito na, ang favorite ng lahat. October trait. Why is this everyone's favorite? Kasi meron siyang 115 shield. My goodness. So, pagka ito in-equip, malaking chance na the plant will survive. Unless sobrang dami talaga i-attack sa'yo. Pero malaking chance. So, maganda to, magamit mo, ma-anticipate mo when you think they will attack. So, nakalagay ito. And on top of this shield, there is an added bonus that says here, draw a card if this Axie shield doesn't break in this round. So, kunwari, in-equip mo siya, and then, hindi pa umatak yung kalaban at the time. Kunwari, in-expect mo attack na siya, pero hindi pa pala. So, at least, you can at least draw a card. So, a lot of good things with this card. Any comments? I think most of us have this card. Or, we see this often. So, ang tip dito, mahirap eh. Kailangan mo anticipate kung kailan niya hindi pa protektahan yung plant niya. Kung gusto mong patayin agad yung plant. Comments?
Yeah, mine lang.
Mahirap eh. Kasi...
Yeah, pero personally, favorite ko tong card na to among dito sa set. Kasi, I don't know, maraming may hindi gusto ng card na to, pero ako personally, I like it.
Ako din. Kasi nagagamit ko ito madalas kapag alam mong magtitipid yung... Kasi kunyari, let's say 10 na lang yung buhay mo. Tapos minsan kasi yung kalaban mo, magtitipid pa siya. So pag ginamit mo ito, mababuhay pa ng isang round yung plant mo.
Yeah, tapos frustrating siya dun sa kalaban. So it's next round, pwede mo nang wag ilagay yung October 3. And then mag-overestimate naman siya. So masasayang yung energy niya. So,
sobrang mind game siya.
Now we're gonna move on to the mouth type. Tapos na tayo sa back, into the mouth. Okay, the first one is serious, which is the vegetal bite. So ito, most likely, malaking chance na most of the plants will have this. This is like the most favorite card, at least in this type, is the vegetal bite. Why? Because it says here, 30-30 lang din siya. Seal 1 energy from your opponent when comboed with another card. So, basta may kasama siya na card, na isa pa, na equip mo, makaka-steal ka ng energy pag may energy yung kalaban mo. So, usually, ginagamit to at the start of the game kasi madalas na people have energy. I mean, you get 3 at the start of the game. And malaking chance na people don't use it immediately because they want to wait for the combo, they don't have the cards yet, or they're saving it for like a bigger damage the following turn. So you're kind of sure that you have an energy to steal. So people will usually use this as round 1 warning. Diba? Malaking chance. Or some people would combo this pag nilagyan nila ng malaking shield. The thing about this is that it's not really high damage and no shield. So, kunwari, you think your plant will die. No use in using this because you're just gonna waste. It's still 1 energy to use. So it's not a free card. It's not gonna help your plant survive. So sometimes people would equip this with a big shield. They think their plant will survive. So after the onslaught, you can still steal an energy and be really annoying if they have an energy. Any other comments on this, on how you use this card?
And then kapag nag-crit siya,
kapag
nag-critical, it can steal 2 energy.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, why is my brother? Sorry. I will reject that.
Very annoying yung card na yan. And I like using it kasi sobrang disable niyan. The fact na nabawasan ng isang energy yung kalaban, malaking advantage na to you. On top of that, nagkaroon ka ng extra na energy for your next round. So yes, favorite ko tong card na to for a plan.
All right. Next is the Drain Bite. What's this one? Wala na ba tayong comment dyan? Sorry, bago mag-move on. Oh, good.
All good.
Ako wala na kasi, I mean, hindi na ako gumagamit ng plant. Pero when I used to use plant, yes, I have this as well. Heal this Axie by damaging, Rain Bite. So yung attack niya is 55 and 55. So same, 55, 55. Heal this Axie by the damage this card inflicts. So it's a good healing card. Not that much heal, to be honest, because it's just 55. But it has an attack. So it's kind of like a half done half done healing. Parang 55 is a card, an energy card. Annoying pa din, pero not as annoying as that other one, the mushroom. Diba?
Actually, in-upgrade ata ito. Naging 60-60 na siya. Tapos yung vegan diet, 75-75. So, pero yeah, let's focus on the picture na lang. Pero yung damage ito 60-60 na.
Okay.
Pero ako, sa tingin ko balance tong card na to kasi it offers healing. Meron siyang damage. Meron din naman siyang like kind of okay shield. Like 60 is not negligible naman.
It's not too bad.
Okay,
yeah, it's pretty good. Pero hindi kasi ito yung hindi magsusurvive. Sorry, I'm always thinking about Blood Moon Curse. This plant will not survive Blood Moon Curse. Because Blood Moon cards will take 50, then the next one is 80, the next one is 110, parang ganon. So, ewan ko, dun lang kasi useful feeling ko yung sobrang daming heal. Pag binabawasan ka na nung game itself. But that's still pretty good. It's gonna be annoying kasi nga, pagkatira mo, mag-heal bigla yung plant. Next one is vegan diet. What's this one? It says here, so this is 65, pero sabi mo 75 na siya ngayon.
75 na siya.
Heal this Axie by damage this card inflicts on a plant target. So against plants lang. So I think I prefer this kasi ito any.
Mas generic
this
siya.
Medyo parang plant lang. So kunwari ako wala akong plant. Walang effect yan sa akin. So any comments on that?
Walang effect yung heal, pero yung damage and shield still there.
So magiging ano lang siya. It's just gonna be a regular card. Although it's much higher though. So it's gonna be a regular card with 75 more than this one. So yeah, it's still not bad.
Yeah, but I think mas okay pa din yung assured ka na may heal. So drain bite over vegan diet.
Kasi lalo na mabilis din mamatay yung plant eh. Kunwari napatay mo na yung plant, tapos gusto mong ipa-heal yung plant mo, wala na siyang effect dun sa next cards. So, that's good. And then the next one is Forest Spirit. Heal front teammate for 190 HP. That's so massive. So, but that's only if you're using this plant card as a support. So it's not going to be like your defender kasi you need a teammate in front of it. So it can't. So medyo useless siya if yung plant mo, you play it in front. You'll still get 40 shield though, but 40 shield for 1 energy spend. I think that's that's not useful. You have to almost to get the full benefit of this card, you have to almost have this ability. Kasi just relying on this is not, for me, hindi sulit. What do you think?
Something to note din, ito yung card, same dun sa kanina na card, na kailangan directly in front mo yung Axie.
Pero nakalagay, heal front teammate lang eh.
Bumili kasi ako dati nito. So, kailangan nasa same row din. Otherwise, hindi rin siya mag-take effect. So, I ended up selling that plant card. Plant Axie.
Kasi ayaw mo na yung gamitin. So, wow. Okay.
Well, they need to update the description. Very, misleading.
Oo, very,
okay. So, something to note. Pag nakita nyo to, dapat yung plant, to get the full use of this, dapat yung plant nyo, ang build niya, nasa likod. So, pwede din naman yun. I've seen this work, ha? Although, I'm not sure kung pure plant yun, pero nasa likod niya. Nasa likod siya. So, hindi ko mapatay-patay. I think there was an aqua in front of it. Hindi ko mapatay-patay. Kasi isipin mo, 190 agad. That's a lot of HP. Ibabalik niya. Nakakainis. So, yeah. So, parang may reload yung niya. Effect niya. Pero in terms of just the shield and damage, wala masyado. It's just ability. It's an ability type. Any other comments on that? So I think this is the most common you'll see in game. Sometimes this one, pero ito medyo rare, diba?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's move on. The next one is the last one, the horn. Tadaan! Nandito na yung mga magagandang abilities. So these are the abilities, I think, in general, where you can definitely make your plant an attacker. So let's start with the first one. Bamboo Clan. 1 energy, 80 damage. It's okay. Pretty high for a plant. 70 shield, pretty good as well. But if you read the card, it says increase 20% damage when chained with another plant card. Kaso chained. So can someone explain what chained means?
So when you say chain, kailangan more than 1 Axie uses a plant card. So for example, yung beast mo, dapat mongrel siya. Or either you have 2 plants that would be using 1 plant card each for this to take effect.
So, medyo mas mahirap siyang ma-achieve than combos. So, dapat dalawang Axie na may plant card nasa team mo para makuha mo yung 20% damage. So,
yes, it necessarily mean na dapat dalawang Axie yung may bamboo clan na card. As long as merong isa ka pang Axie na nag-play ng plant card. Okay na siya. So, mag-chain na siya.
So, that's good if you have like a plant build. Yeah, but otherwise, I mean, if you don't have that, it's still not too bad with 80 and 70. I mean, you can still inflict a bit of damage. The next one is good. So the next one is wooden stab, 105. This is a pretty high damage, although there's one that's higher than that. But this is pretty good high damage and 40 shield. And it says deal 120 damage if this Axie shield breaks. So, maganda siya. Kunwari, nabuhay pa yung plant mo and nag-break yung shield habang also kahit siya lang equip mo kasi 40 is like a small shield. So, malaking chance na mabibreak siya. So, you'll automatically get that 120 damage if you have this. It's pretty good, I think. Lalo na kunwari, natira na lang plant. Mapapatay mo pa yung dyan. Yung bird or kung sino man. 'Di ba? Meron ba kayo nito or
yung plant ko actually ito yung gamit. Kasi for me, may cases kasi yung plant mo hindi siya yung huling titira. So mas prefer ko actually yung wooden stab over prickly trap.
120 damage Axie.
Kasi yung isa kailangan last Axie attacks last Ito kasi, as long as mabasag yung shield, automatic tataas yung damage.
Malaking chance na makuha mo to. Yeah. So that's pretty good. Wooden stab. So your Axie can also become a pretty good damager here. The next one is another one that's quite similar to the... I've seen Axies that have both healing cards. So this one is called Healing Aroma. So 0 damage, a bit of shield, but it heals the Axie for a 120. Oh my goodness. That's if I'm left with a plant and Bloodmoon Curse that has this and that other one, wala na, mag-give up ka na lang, surrender. Any comments on this? Meron ba kayo nito? None?
Wala. Sorry.
Ako wala din.
Okay. Yeah, so pretty standard. Alam naman na natin yan. Let's go to the next one. Sweet Party. Wow, 2 energy. It's rare for me to see 2 energy. Interesting. So it says here, and 0-0. Wow. 2 energy, 0-0. Pero, look at this. Heal front teammate for 270 HP. If there are no front teammates, heal this Axie instead. So it's a support kind of card, which is like expensive, first of all. Are you gonna spend two on a... But it's quite significant. 270. Aba, parang buhay na ng bird. Tapos, pero sobrang walang So, I don't know. Nakita nyo na ba itong gamitin? Parang hindi ko pa ito nakita na ginamit.
Ako din. Kasi sobrang sayang sa energy.
Oo. Tsaka dapat, napaka-specific niya na nasa likod dapat yung Axie. Kasi, wala. Bihira naman na nasa likod yung plant Yun lang mapapansin natin, yung mga
wala siyang front teammate, hihil niya yung sarili niya
Oo.
Ay, oo, actually. Tama. Sorry. Hindi pala siya specific. Pero, yun nga. Yeah, ang mahal niya. Mahal siyang card. Tapos wala. Tapos imagine pag nasa harap ka, wala siyang dinagdag at all. So gagamitin mo siya at the risk na mamatay yung card, yung plant mo kasi walang attack and walang shield. So you almost need it with another card to make sure it survives the heal. Because as we mentioned, if it dies and you go into last stand, the heal is pretty much useless. And another one is one of the favorites here is the prickly trap because it's quite significant damage. Look at that, 110. On its own now, without the ability, it's already 110. Though quite small shield, still, the focus is attacking. And here it's deal 120 damage if this Axie attacks last. So, kunwari huli yung Axie mo, it's even better. So, kunwari natira na lang plant and another Axie, sigurado naman mahuhuli yung plant. Ang laking damage nito. Nakakainis. Any comments on that card?
Wala naman. I like this one.
Yes.
Yeah. Kung mabuhay siya. Because since siya yung last, sometimes di maabot. But yeah, if it survives.
Totoo, yes.
If it survives.
That's why you usually pair it with October Treat para lang ensured na
kasi
type niya.
20 maliit lang. Pero yun nga, focus naman niya kasi is to damage eh. So that's good. The next one is Seed Bullet. So it's 30-30. Not much attack and not much shield, but it is the target the fastest enemy. So it is a kind of a backdoor ability. So it will most likely target if there's an aqua or a bird, it will target those two Axies in the team. So, annoying siya. So, imagine kung meron kang Seed Bullet and then you have the poison. Pwede mo nang i-poison agad yung fastest enemy. Or even attack, actually. Since Axies are pretty, plants are pretty effective against aquas and bird. If you have this, you're surely going to be targeting Axies that you are effective against. Although you can't, I'm just going to say something. You can't have this both because they're in the same type. You can only have one card per type. So you can only say Seed Bullet and another ability, which I was mentioning the poison or some other ability above. Ano natin. So per Axie pala, there's only one type. We have to mention that in one Axie. Nung pinakita natin kanina yung Axie. Okay. Why did I save that? It's fine. I don't use that anyway. So in one Axie, you only get one card per part. So yung nire-review natin kanina is one card lang makukuha mo. So for example, Seed Bullet, you can't get Prickly Trap if you chose Seed Bullet and vice versa. So isa lang makukuha mo dito. And that's it. Ito na yung review natin for the plant type. Medyo mahaba siya. Any additional comments on plants? None?
Wala naman. I think for a beginner, okay to start with a tank na plant.
Yeah.
Kasi mas may longevity yung team mo because very tanky yung mga plant.
So what you can probably do, yeah, go ahead.
I think that's it. Personally, I'm a fan of the plant Axie. So
yeah. It's quite important. It's one of the most important Axies, I think, or the most important Axie is the plant Axie. And of course, depending on where you want to use it, usually it's in front. So you want to build, when we give your account, you will create your own, team, and you will position your own Axies, ganito. So, of course, always put your plant in front. Kunwari beginner ka pa lang, hindi mo alam saan mo ilalagay, put your plant in front because it will protect your other Axies. Yan ang typical build na gusto natin. So I'll just save that and then my team is now there. Diba? Yay! That was a long video.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.